Hi everybody, it's Alan Smith with the Florida Antiquarian Book Fair and Rear Book Cafe. And today we are in for a treat. I'm visiting with Charlie Flaherty, who owns As Time Goes By books in Marion, Alabama. Now, bear with us a little bit. In Marion, Charlie's internet connection is not the strongest that you would want to have, but he does have some interesting things to show us. So what do you got?
We'll start with this one, I guess. If you're a fan of African American literature, this is the first edition, Richard Wright, Native Son.
Yes, indeed.
1940, I believe.
It looks like an excellent copy of it.
Yeah, it's got a mylar cover. It's a very good condition. I'll be bringing that. It'll be a very reasonable price. Here's another one. You can't really see very well, but this is Little Men by Louisa May Alcott.
Right. Hold it up a little bit so we can see it.
Okay, it's an older, I mean, it's 1909. It's not a first edition.
Right.
Okay, but it's a very early copy in good shape. That'll be, believe it or not, that'll be $10. At the fair, I am probably the cheapest booth there. Okay, my books will be raw. They'll be dusty. Some will be a little beat up, but they'll be good books at a very, very reasonable price. Consider me the bargain basement of the book fair, and that would probably be accurate. Okay.
All right.
This is from 1891. This is Heroes Dark Continent. I'm going to open it up and see if you can see it a little better.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
Hold it
up a little.
And now you can't see me.
We don't need to see you.
I can understand that. Anyhow, this is
That looks great.
This is from 1891.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And this one will probably be maybe $40. Okay. All right. This one is also from 1891, and this is called The Living World Illustrated. Okay.
Look at that. That's very nice.
And it has all kinds of lithographs in it. Basically, it's like a world encyclopedia from 1891. Again, that'll probably be in the $40 range. This one will be a little more expensive. Hard to see it. It doesn't have much on the cover. But what this is I should open this up. This is Oriental Rugs, Antique and Modern, but it's from 1913. And I'm going to try to open this up here if you can see this. But if you're an Oriental rug collector, these...
Hold it up a little higher.
Look at that.
It has colored prints in it of Oriental rugs from... This is from 1913. A little sidebar here. I actually lived in an Oriental rug store for about a year in New Orleans on Chartres Street. It was called the Gallery of Persian Art, so I love Oriental rugs.
Charlie, that does not surprise me at all.
Well, it's one of my many, many jobs over the years. Okay? But this is, if you're an Oriental rug collector, especially if you like antique Oriental rugs, this will be fascinating to you. This one, though, will be about $100, okay? Because these are very rare. Can you see it?
Yes,
You
need to bring your camera down
a little bit.
Well, I'm on the floor now. This is as low as I can go. But this is 1957. It's the Clyde Beatty Cole Brothers Circus. Okay, and this is one of their famous posters. That is a 1916 Barnum and Bailey poster. It's a big poster. This particular poster was actually a U.S. postage stamp. The Postal Service made a sheet of famous circus posters, and this was one of the posters they chose. It's from 1916, and like I said before, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey were combined as a combined show. This would have been when Barnum and Bailey was located in Bridgeport, Connecticut, because P.T. Barnum was connected to that area. And P.T. Barnum never actually ran the show. James Bailey was the person who ran the Bailey show, Barnum and Bailey. And at that time, Bailey was dead. Ringling actually owned the show. They bought it in 1907, and they ran them as separate circuses. They bought it off James Bailey's wife. When James Bailey died, his wife did not want to run the show, so she sold it to Ringling Brothers, but they ran them as separate shows. But they combined them in 1919. This would be 3 years before they became Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. So, anyhow, this is a famous poster. If you're a circus fan, this would be a unique find for your collection. I also have a couple of Indian prints from 1837. This is the McKinley Hall Portrait Gallery of American Indians. In 1804, I think, to 1806, Lewis and Clark were sent to explore the Louisiana Purchase and to go to the Pacific, pardon me, to go to the Pacific Ocean. Thomas Jefferson asked them to contact every Indian tribe they came across and invite the chiefs of the Indian tribe back to Washington, D.C. in order to sign a treaty with the U.S. government. It took decades for those Indian chiefs to wind up in Washington, D.C. But when they did get there, they would sit for a portrait because this was before photography. Those portraits were collected in a 3-volume set, replicated, and they were put out in 1837 for the first volume, 1841 for the second, and 1844 for the third. I have 2 of the prints from the 1837 book that are framed. There were only 1,250 copies made of these books, and like many atlases, people would take when they got the books, they would take the individual pages out and they would frame them, because you made more money selling the individual frames rather than just the book itself, which was a shame. But I have 2 of the prints. They're hand watercolored, each one. And this is I believe, a Cherokee chief named Pauly something. I'm having a hard time reading it myself. But I have 2 of these, okay? So if you're an Indian collector, I'm going to try to sell the 2 together. If you buy the 2 together, I'll give you the book with their history for free. Okay? So those are some of the things I'm going to bring. And to be honest with you, I have other stuff. I have an early edition of Oliver Twist, first edition. It's a 3-volume set. 2 of the books, I believe, are first edition. One of them may be a second edition. But it's a complete set from 1838, I believe. I also have a signed land grant from 1826, which is signed by John Quincy Adams, which I'll bring. So, I have a mixture of things. It's just going to be a little bit of everything. I'll have poetry, I'll have murder mysteries, I'll have some old atlases, I'll have some first editions, but everything will be very reasonable.
So, Charlie, thank you so much for joining us on First Look, and thank you for sharing some of the things that you have. Can't
Can't
wait
wait
till
till
the
the
book
book
fair
fair
and
and
to
to
see
see in person many of the things
that you have.
Yeah, I got to tell you that I don't do any other book fairs. This is the only one I do. I paint houses during the week is what I do for a living. That and Social Security. And I buy books constantly, which your viewers will understand. I have more books than I will ever possibly read, but that doesn't stop me from buying more. I don't know why. I just.
And it's because you are just fascinated with books,
as we
as
all
we
are.
all are.
Yeah, books. A house without books is not a home to me. Okay? It's that simple. I mean, I got to admit, if I go to somebody's place and they don't have any books, those aren't the people I want to know. There's something lacking in them. I don't know what it is. You have to be curious in life. And books feed your soul. It's that simple. And what I love about this particular book show is I love the setting, I love the other dealers, but I especially love the customers. It just rejuvenates my heart a little bit every time I go there to see so many young people and so many middle-aged people and so many people my age or older that are still just enthralled with the written word.
And we're looking forward to seeing you, Charlie.
I'm looking forward to myself. Thank you very much, Alan.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this session of First Look, and we'll see you at the book fair.